Hey everyone, how you doing? Wait till some people come on. I've just popped up in front of you. Bet some of you were already waiting for me. That's why I like to give a bit of warning so you can be prepared. Don't just pop on. Not usually anyway. Been raining like cats and dogs here. It's just shocking how much rain we're getting right now. I love it though. I look out from my balcony sort of thing over the city, and there's just like a wall of water and with the lights behind it and all that, and it's awesome, absolutely awesome to see, especially if I'm not out in the middle of it, get drenched. But yeah, love it. So yeah, so very rainy around here. We don't get a lot of rain, I must admit. In Brisbane it gets pretty dry for long periods of time and very hot, but we've had some brilliant storms and some really heavy rain, which is great. It's nice being in an apartment, actually, being able to look out at it. Not have to worry about the yard getting muddy or anything like that. So there's the advantages of having an apartment. So I don't have to worry about that. The only downside to having an apartment, I can't have all my animals here. That'd drive me mad. That's drive me mad. So I miss my puppy dog, and so wouldn't mind getting one. But they don't allow pets in this particular apartment. Although I get to play with all the pets from the other apartments, so because they bring them down the elevator and take them for a ride, and go out for a walk, and I get to say hello to them all. And there was this one little white one. It's a Maltese. It's a little white puppy. It's tiny. And I came out on the ground floor, and you don't see its legs move because it's got a lot of fur, but it's so little and got such little legs that it looks like it's just drifting across the floor, just gliding across, and it's just coming straight at me. It's a bit eerie, but it's coming out, little red tongue coming out, wanting to say hello to me, just ran all the way over to me. So gorgeous. God, I love animals. Okay, there's a lot on, so I'll stop talking about animals and start talking about Bitcoin Ascension, which is a bigger animal. I was just checking Instagram earlier, and there's over 1,500 people following us now. And that's not all just people from here, that's people seeing the ads and things like that. So well done, Terry, with your advertising, and Juliet and Mandy with the juicing. That's obviously taking great effect, considering only a couple of days ago we were only about 120. So that tells you just how much a bit of work will do. We hope to do the same with YouTube and Twitter and things like that as well. So yeah, that's gone really, really well. So good campaign there, and it worked off. See, we'll work together, and we can get anything done. We really, really can. Let's see what else I need to talk about. I was talking to Jamie earlier. He's out today, but he'll be back home in the evening, and he's going to work with the other programmer to at least kick off the payments for people on who were missed on level 3 and 4. So level 2 payments and level 3 payments basically being paid. That'll once we take care of at least some of those, that should push me up to level 5. Yay! And not bad for under 3 months' work, guys. So and I think we're only a few days away from the second one, the second account going up to level 5 as well. I don't think we're far off at all. Once we caught up all the payments. So as I said, the money's there. We just just glitching. Some of you, this is the other thing I hope to address. Some people, I think I've addressed it before, but some people were have upgraded and they haven't got an upline. We can fix that, so we will fix that. So some of you who are expecting people to drop underneath you by now, because you just do the math, and you haven't, don't worry. They will be attached to people, so you guys won't get skipped or missed or anything. That's not going to happen. Unfortunately, with programming, when there's that much code going around, especially in the matrix system, you do get little glitches and hiccups. But the good thing is we've got the people behind the scenes who can fix that sort of thing up. So it's no drama. We'll fix that up and keep an eye on it and make sure. But thank you very much for people messaging me and putting in support tickets, to alert us of this. It's a lot of the time. Otherwise, we it's not like I sit there and watch the programming all day, and stuff like that. So I don't know. So you guys come into us, and you don't come into us all hostile or anything. You just inquire. You're very polite, and I'm very, very proud of you all. I've been in programs before where people see the slightest thing go wrong and they go absolutely brainless and start causing trouble where trouble isn't needed. It's just, needs to be fixed. It's like having a car, I suppose. You know, the car won't start. You don't just throw away the car. You know, replace the battery or put a spark plug in or something like that. That's how you got to treat it. You treat your with the business. If you relate it to a car, you treat the car well, and the car will run well, and that's what we're doing with Bitcoin Ascension. You know, we keep feeding it with people, and it keeps running quite nicely. If it gets a bit of mechanical problems, we fix it. Simple as that. That's what I mean. This is why this is fun. It's because nothing's hidden. I tell you everything that's going on, and you know, so that's the way it goes. You guys knowing, I think, is the best part, because it's not knowing that really kills you with what's going on with the system. You know, you're waiting for an update that they might give out to you if you've been on other programs, and you don't hear anything, or someone likes to make out they've heard something, so they'll give you any kind of story, because they think they want their 15 seconds of fame sort of thing. Look, I know what's going on, and they have no idea, and they make a bigger problem than what they did before. So that's why I like doing these lives every night, so I can tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Well, I tell you the good and the bad, and I'm the ugly. There you go. So it works out. So, and yeah, little hiccups, but we're fixing them, so it's all good. As I said, no matter what happens, no one's going to miss out on getting money from Bitcoin Ascension, even if I had to pay it out of my own pocket. So, but best to get these things out of the way now. So, you know, so we can all make our dreams come true. A lot of the people I gave away my early accounts to, they're now going through. That's where it would normally be me, but now it's people like Catherine and Rose and things like that. They're all cycling through on those early accounts they won. So they were good competitions to win, I think. So that was really, really good. So they're happy, and I'm happy. And coin payments still running really, really slow, guys. There's plenty of people signing up. I can see it in there. It's just coin payments waiting for larger than normal confirmations to confirm payments before they actually put the money in the back office. It's taking hours and hours, where before it only take usually about an hour, but now it can take up to, well, probably take up to a day sometimes. It just depends until we get through this little cycle with them, and they probably need to update their system a bit, and away they'll go again. I think they do updates daily anyway, but they really need to pick up the speed on that, because it's frustrating, I know, waiting around for a payment to go through so you can upgrade. We're going to put together an FAQ. I might have talked about this before, because a lot of the normal questions and a few of the mistakes people have made, not their fault, it's just mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. And like when you put too much money in, you know, because they think they can make more than one account from the one account. Or what's the other one? Well, that's one of the biggest ones, is putting too much money in, or not knowing about multiple accounts, trying to work out how to make another account, and things like that. So we're going to make an FAQ saying basically, you know, how much do I put into Bitcoin Ascension when I make an account? You know, 0.04 only, 0.04. I'm sorry, only, and we'll make it very clear that's all you can put in per account. And another one, oh, how do I make another account? We'll be saying, well, you go back into bitcoinascension.com, re-register, but make sure, and we'll be clear about either cloning or using a different email address. You know, if you're going to clone an address and you don't know how, there's a video in the back office in promotional tools, you know, and a different username. Bang, do that. So, yeah, we get those important questions out the way. We'll have it obviously on the site, but we'll also have it on a file here as well in the group page, and probably may put it in the juicing group page too, just so it's everywhere. And that way, when you're talking to people and things like that, and they want to sign up, you know, you get them into the group, and you find you get the file and you just give it to them, you know, forward it to them, make sure they have that information. That video that Chuck made on basically how the matrix works, I think you should use that to when you're talking to someone. I say, oh, how does it work? Bang, short little video there on how it works, so they get the idea on how it works. So it's a good little explainer video. Chuck's done some more for me to review and things like that. So you know, Chuck's been absolutely fabulous. I told you before, I want to gain a lot of information about Bitcoin itself, and then put it in layman's terms and make a seminar about Bitcoin, so people can see it's not a scary thing, and where you can use it and things. So Angela's going to be helping with that, and so is Chuck, obviously. I didn't ask him to, but he just stepped forward, as many people are doing. He just stepped forward and did that, and so he's helping me find everything I need to know, because I want to make a complete thing for every country, so you know where your ATMs are for your Bitcoin, so you know what businesses in your country, online and offline, uses Bitcoin, because I just want to make this as easy as using your online bank, because basically that's all it is. All the Bitcoin address is your account number. Same as you have with an online bank, you need an account number for that too. So basically that's all it is. So so I just want to get people to understand that, you know, what Bitcoin's all about. So, but make it easy to understand. I don't want to give them all the technical terms and things like that, because all that does is confuse you. It took me a while to get through it all, but if we can make it nice and easy for them, even better. I'll be downloading a video soon as I get to my computer, because I'm only on my iPad. Tom got my level 3 strategy made, and it's done in video form with a voiceover explaining it all. Basically how I was doing it the other night over at Tom's, really badly. A lot more fun, but you know, but this one's a good little short one, and it explains how it all works, and with the graphics as well, sort of thing. So entertaining enough. So we'll put that up once we've downloaded and everything. We'll get it uploaded to YouTube, to our channel there, so people will see the level 3 strategy, and you can also send that to people. They're saying, oh, what's the best way to make money in this? Bang, send them that level 3 strategy, and I think people will love that too. And I think we're getting another one made as well, professionally made. Talking to Catherine today, we're going to continue the Bitcoin Ascension ripple effect. I've got to get some stuff together. I'll be doing part 3 is going to be about how Bitcoin Ascension started. It'll have like me and Tom's faces. Yeah, hello. As she with little bubbles and things like that. But we want to pick other Australians as well. So I'll be contacting different Australians I know in the country to see if it's okay to put. It'll just be like your Facebook pic, if you've got a face on your Facebook pic, and basically a little bubble window, and tell me what your dreams are. So, but we'll contact you before that, because I need to give that information to Catherine so she can put that sort of stuff together with her artistic prowess that she does have, and we'll continue that ripple effect, and each video will have a different country rippling out to a different country. So that'll make a nice series, I think, for people to follow, because people love that sort of thing, and it creates the impressions we need to lock Bitcoin Ascension in people's minds. So that's going to get done too. A lot of stuff we're doing. We're doing a lot of stuff. We don't just sit here and go, oh, I hope it works. We make sure it works, and we make sure it grows. We've got some very talented people here, and they're all putting their hands up to help out. So absolutely love it. So those videos will be done, and obviously that level 3 one, it's actually really good. I liked it, and Tom's done it, and it's got, this is Ivan's level 3 strategy. It actually says my name and everything, and you know me, I don't like taking credit for anything. I like to include everyone when I do things like that, but to have my name on there, I sort of like go, ooh, I blushed a bit, you know, because I'm not used to seeing my name up in lights, so to speak. But yeah, so that'll be a great video, along with Chuck's and everything. And going to have a good portfolio. We might actually make channels on the YouTube. There's channels you can have. So one can be like for live updates, one can be educational, and one can be like marketing sort of thing. So you can go to the different channels and pick the videos. It'd be easier to find, because after a while we're going to have so many videos, we don't want you scrolling through the whole thing, obviously, to try and find one video. So if we categorize them nicely, then it's going to be easier for you to follow and for people to look at. So so we'll get that done as well. What else is going on? Oh yeah, updates. When Elaine does updates, she does them when she does them. There's no set time for her. Obviously, it's when she's awake, because I find it really going to be difficult for her if she tries to do updates while she's sleeping. So because coin payments have been slow, updates are a bit slow in coming. You know, people aren't cycling as quick right now, but it's nothing to do with the amount of people coming in. It's everything to do with coin payments being slow. So if the updates are a bit slow in coming, don't worry about it. They'll come when they come. Now, you know, there's no point putting an update saying we're waiting. There's no point. So when we've got information for the updates of people cycling, that's when we'll tell you. There's no set time though, so be cool with that. Don't stress about it or anything like that. That's the worst thing you can do about anything. You know, don't worry. updates are coming. I mean, you only got to go to the homepage and scroll down a bit to see who's cycling anyway on the level 3 and level 4. But Elaine does the level 2 ones, and a lot of it's, she doesn't check each one, so she assumes. Now, we've had those people that have upgraded without uplines, so the people that maybe should have upgraded haven't to level 2, but we're going to get those fixed anyway, so those people will still upgrade. So a lot of that's done on assuming, going by the numbers, this many people have upgraded sort of thing to level 2. It's not something Elaine goes into the back office and digs through to see who's upgraded or not. So don't be alarmed if the number's there but you haven't upgraded. It's not a problem right now. We're getting that fixed. So just so you know all that. So yeah, lots of videos being made. Instagram's going really, really well. YouTube's going well. Our juicing crowd is getting right into it, and Juliet is going to explain what juicing is all about in a video if she hasn't done it already, so people know what juicing is. Now, juicing is, for those who don't know what juicing is, they go, "Why do you keep talking about juicing? I'm not that healthy that I need juice all the time." Juicing, all that is you go to someone's ad, because we use one central link. You can go to anyone's ad that's advertising Bitcoin Ascension, and you make a comment. Like it, comment it. You don't have to share it, but you can if you want. But you like it, you comment it on it, and that's juicing. That's all it is. It's pretty basic. If you do an ad, there's a video in there showing in the juicing room how to get that permalink, so you can give it to people, so people can go to it any time and it'll take them straight to the ad. It doesn't matter where it is, and then they go and comment on yours, and that's how we grow, and it's working really, really well. Lim over in Malaysia, she's made a Telegram room as well, because Telegram's being used quite a lot these days, and she's made a room there, sort of like a Facebook group room, where she's and others are uploading videos and updates in there, because a lot of people, they don't use Facebook as much, but they use things like WhatsApp and Telegram and things like that because it's better for them. So we're covering all the areas for that, and also we want to use Steemit as well, because there's a whole area there, particularly for crypto users, which we really, really want to get into. What else? I was talking, Tom came over today, and we were having a chat about merchandise and how we want to get it done. We're going to go to each of our reps. We're going to find the best places on how to do it. We're going to take different styles. Elaine's already been looking over in the UK, and she's thinking like Bitcoin Ascension beanies and fleecies and things like that. So she's finding sites over there, and I'm sure Mitt and T-Fish, I believe, is in the US doing that, and we'll probably get someone in India to do that sort of thing as well. And of course, Tom and I will do the ones in Australia, but we'll be changing up how we do things. I was thinking of getting those the things that fit on glass. You know, the plasticky things that go on glass. They're sort of transparent except for the colours on there. You can get them for the back windscreens of cars and things like that. You just lay them on, you can peel them off again. We're thinking of maybe getting those done as well, maybe with Bitcoin Ascension advertisements and everything. So, you know, lots of things we're thinking of. Mel Clark said, why don't we get tank tops? So we might do tank tops. Elaine said fleecy tops, you know, zip-ups, or, you know, without the hood. We'll look at doing that as well. And basically all that's going to happen is once we've got the designs, we send the designs to all our guys, all our distributors, you know, to whatever website they're going to be using to make this stuff. You know, it's all about the quality of the stuff too, without it being too expensive. And then when you guys want something, once we get the site up especially, but if you want to order something, you order it, you pay for it, and that'll give us the money to go and make it. And so we send the money to wherever it is, like to either T-Fish if it's in the US, you know, Elaine in the UK, Mitt in Africa, and things like that. And they get the piece made and then get it shipped straight to you. So once we've got that site up, it'll be a lot more refined too, to make it easier. And I think you can use, I think Tom was going to say Bitcoin and PayPal to be able to pay for it. So Bitcoin, because I think you know, it's a good way if you're making Bitcoin and Bitcoin Ascension, you know, you can use Bitcoin. I think we should be a Bitcoin user. So, but PayPal, obviously, for those people who haven't got the Bitcoin on them just yet, so just they can still buy. But I welcomed in Shornick today, Shornick Justin today, into the group, and many people said welcome. Thank you very much for that, guys. This is a man I met here outside my building, and we were there chatting away, and he remembered me wearing my T-shirt for Bitcoin Ascension. So he was asking about that, and so I said, come and have a look. So he's having a look around to see how everything runs, and I hope if he has any questions, they'll be answered. But of course, he can run me down here. So that's why I'm real. If I'm making friends around my building, if I do a runner, someone's going to snap my neck anyway. So, but it's great, and he's a very smart man as well. For the short time I've known him, he's very switched on and knows what he's doing. So, that's fantastic for us, and I hope he finds that this program is for him. And if it's not, there's no hard feelings. But I think he find it will. I think the automation and the simplicity of it makes it very easy to do. It's, as I said, everyone I've spoken to has said yes, because there's nothing to it. It's very, very simple, and you don't have to do a lot of work for it to make it work. So, so that's excellent news. What else? Sorry, gotta be thinking. I'm still putting that PDF together on. Once I join Bitcoin Ascension, what do I do? The starter kit. I'm going to call it Bitcoin Ascension Starter Kit. I'm going to write that out, and Charisse will make it into a PDF for me. And I think someone was saying, Daniel, I think his name was, said he might, because he's a bit of a graphics designer, he might jazz it up a bit, sort of thing. So it looks really, really cool. And we'll get that out to people again. So there's going to be lots of PDF files and videos and everything for you guys to be able to pass around. I want it so anyone who asks you a question, we've either got it in a PDF or in a video. Just makes it easy for you. Just pass it around. And anyone looking who isn't talking to us directly, but have seen the ads and things like that, and they see it on YouTube or something like that, they'll go and they'll have all the information as well. So they'll make a good, educated decision on whether to join or not, and we go from there. So, we're going really, really strong, guys, and we're only going to get bigger and bigger. I think for February we've already done better than what we did in December and January. So, very, very proud of all your efforts and all your work and your enthusiasm and your positivity, and the people who said we wouldn't survive 3 months, well, you were wrong. We did. And we're going to get much, much bigger as well. So many things I can't wait to bring into Bitcoin Ascension, but for me to bring them in, we need more people in, a larger following, and more people cycling, and I can make these enhancements to Bitcoin Ascension that will literally, I think it's going to blow someone's head clean off. I really do. I think, it'll be like skyrockets. We'll get a news report about it. It'll be that big. That's how excited I am about it, and I've seen some of the people do write-ups about Bitcoin Ascension. We're out there, people are hearing about us, believe me, and some of the reviews they give, and I think one I saw, they talk about, oh, he's been in this program and that program, and like, it's my fault that I was in those programs. I didn't create them, I was just in them, like 99% of us have been. But in the end, he says, while it's not a scam, I don't really see it going that well. Well, he's only basing it on what other matrices have done, and I said from the very beginning that I looked at all those matrices. I was in a lot of those matrices, and I took out all the bad stuff and put the good stuff in. So, again, it's a time will tell. He's only making an educated guess, and that's fair enough. So I don't take offence to it, because he doesn't know. And I think once I've got all the bugs cleaned out and we're really moving along, I might actually contact this one fellow who's done a write-up and see if he'll interview me to ask the real questions, because his assessment was a bit misleading. It's a bit like watching a news report where they don't give you the full facts or something, or they've misread something and so they misquote what something has said. I think it was said claims to have been around for years, but it's clear that Bitcoin Ascension's only been around for 3 months, and so he's sort of mangled up his facts a bit, and it's assuming that I've said that Bitcoin Ascension's been around for years, and we all know it hasn't. Because for one, it's on our website how long it's been around, and I keep saying in the lies, hey, we're only just beginning, we've only been here for a couple of months, So, as I said, journalists like to make up their own stories when it's pretty boring, and unfortunately, I'm a bit boring, guys. I'm not a naughty boy, so there's no real dirt on me or anything like that. So, because I haven't done anything, I'm pretty boring. But I'd prefer to be boring than have a checkered past, if you know what I mean. So. So I'm not fazed by anything anyone writes up or anything like that. So everything we're doing is legal, and it's not a scam. Even according to the people writing up bad write-ups, it's not a scam. So they just don't think it's going to work. Well, they don't know me and they don't know us. So I'm quite happy, because all they're doing is getting our name out there more and more. And you might think it's for the wrong reasons, but it's not. It just means we're being seen. I see it as a compliment. The fact that someone's taken the time to write up something about me just means we're making a big impression. And while other programs all over the world are closing down every day, we're still here, and we're going to continue to be here. So be very excited, be very positive, but don't be blind. Always ask the questions, always pay attention to the lives and to what you're seeing yourself. And if there's any problems, you can come to us. You can go through the Zendesk and things like that. And just that way we've got it all logged, and we can keep up with it. So it's just fantastic news all round. I'm really, really, really happy with what's going on. And with all the videos and PDFs we'll be bringing out, you're going to have so much information. It'll be an explosion for you just there. And I think that's a really, really good thing. I think the more we're educated, the more powerful we can become. And I don't see knowledge as power. I see knowledge as something to share, so we're all powerful. So I might be strange for saying something like that, but share it and we all get better. I think I saw in a video somewhere, if Apple and Samsung actually got together, we could have one and work together instead of competed against each other. We'd have the world's greatest phone already, wouldn't we? So, instead of this phone's got this, you'd have one phone that was really, really cool. That's what I want to make Bitcoin Ascension. We're all working together to make one program perfect. That's what we want. So instead of competing, we're just collaborating together and getting the results we want. So lots of people are still cycling, and lots of people are making money, more money than they've made anywhere online before in their lives. So we've already succeeded, guys. Even though we're at this early stage, we've already succeeded. If you make one person in Bitcoin Ascension happy because they've made more money than they've ever made before, we've succeeded. We've just done it. I'm going to make sure the rest of us do. But, we all want to make money in this, not just me. Everyone needs to make money in this. But every time someone cycles and makes some money, guys, it is a success story. It really, really is. Because it means we've done it. We've done what a lot of programs can't do. And you all know, you just ask yourself how many programs I've been, well, I've never made a cent. And how much have I made with Bitcoin Ascension? Like some of you are fairly new, so you haven't yet. But people who were only a couple of months ago, are making $1,000, or more, depending on what the price of Bitcoin is. I mean, and all they did was put the initial 0.004 in, and they've made that money. So fantastic in my books. No, okay, you can't buy a house with it or anything like that, but it's just the beginning. But you're already in profit. It's fantastic news, and everyone should be excited about every single person that cycles. Everyone should be excited, because that's one step closer to you cycling. Okay? And the more we help each other out, the faster it goes. And the people who have cycled are coming back in and helping you cycle. This is why it's going to work, because we're all going to work together. We're not just thinking of us, we're thinking of everyone. And that's the end of my preaching for today. Okay? Sorry for rambling on, but I think it's important. It's important to me, and I'm sure it's important to you too. So I just want you to be excited and happy every day. Before I go to bed, I like to know I've made at least one person smile in the day, and I've had a good day. Okay, so I've been given the opportunity to make 1,000 people smile a day, and that's everything to me. Okay, all right then. I'll see you all tomorrow. I love you all, and I'll give you updates on people being paid. I'm sure you'll hear from them as soon as they start getting forced through. These people have been waiting so patiently. We'll be definitely making posts about themselves being paid. So even if we can just get a batch done now and another batch done tomorrow to make sure we've covered everyone, I think that's good. As I said, the money's there. So, I just wanted to get you paid. So I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Bye-bye, everyone.